So with the 1 to 2 selected, with the 20 range, analyze it and no continuous check it. You shouldn't check continuously because you want the whole 20 range pixel to be selected. So with the tolerance of 20, you can come somewhere around here where is the middle gray and click on it. You see my watch popping up. I see you don't see the 1 to 2. So somewhere around the middle gray would be good enough to select the entire ocean. Once you get that done, you can double check with the zoom tool and zoom in and check it out closely. If the blacks are very delineated with the whites, looks like we got a good separation here. It does. Seems fair. So now let's keep on going. Now that we got the selection all right, we can duplicate the layer so we keep a record from the previous layer. And it also, if you have problems with the image because it's too big, you can go to image size and reduce proportionally to 720 100 pixels. Usually I work the large images at 21600 by 10800. That's default for large images, and when I lower them down, I lower to 7200 to 3600. The image mode can be RGB afterwards. Working format is always PSD. While we're working, we save as PSD with layers. So sometimes you need to reduce the image. And once you want to export to gplate or other softwares, you save as JPEG or PNG. I choose either one that's smaller, 100% JPEG or PNG. Those formats will be compatible with gplates. So now I won't drop the size at this time. I just keep the way it is, but you can easily drop over here to 7200, and the proportion already constrained the height to 360, 3600 at 72 pixels. Okay, I won't do that now, but it's good to know. And the RGB mode, afterwards you wanna jump to RGB mode so it's more compatible. For now we're gonna keep it in gray scale to get the best and the most out of the map. So let's inverse this selection first. We inverse so we got the bedrock selected. Now in the bedrock I'm gonna invert the blacks. So we go to adjustments and invert this image. So the blacks now are gonna show as whites. The high black scale gonna show as low white scale. Now we gonna do the adjustments, but it's very important to notice that will be a two-step adjustment. We go to adjustments, levels, and you will notice that when it builds the histogram on the lower white, they'll be piled up in a corner right here. So what you gotta do to avoid losing data is to first do a levels to actually level up the levels. So just bring the far left slide bar to the beginning of the map. You get a little expression here already, but not enough. So you click OK. They'll do the first step level. We'll level up your levels to the whites, the low whites. Well, now that we can see the results from the first level, we're going to apply the levels again. So you will notice that in the second time the histogram will show a very different picture. Now you get a more spread histogram here because you level up with the data over there. Now you can do a fine-tune adjustment with the middle level, and actually bring this in so you can start seeing the crust topography. And this level here, every time you adjust is a different picture, but they all show the same. The dark spots and the lowers in the light spots. And we got a bonus thing because the selection will leave you a margin, continental margin here. So now we applied second time the levels, and you already can zone in and so now that we got some expression on the Earth's crust, we're gonna invert the selection to select the ocean floor. Once we have the ocean floor, we also gonna do a double scale levels. First, you're gonna level up the levels of the ocean floor. Once you build the histogram, we're gonna show you that it's all piled up in one corner. The low whites. So you just bring the left slider to the beginning of the data. You already have a fair. Now that you did work on your first level step, it's already showing some expression. So we go to adjustment and levels again. Now you see in the histogram that will be like more, the range will be a lot more workable. Here we go. So we can play with the sliders here now, bring in and getting some action on the ocean floor. So that's nice. You don't want it too dark, you don't want it too light. Okay, let's leave as it is. Great. You can do many versions and play a lot, but the most you wanted is to level up them so you can see a very reliable image. Well, now that you finish applying the second levels in the ocean floor, second step level, you can see, you can click off the selection and take a look what we just did here. If you zoom in this area, you're gonna see a very delineate ocean floor lines, or drag marks as I call, and you also see a continental margin. This draw line is due to the selection inversion, so it's nice around. This is the actual map, what we just did, and this is what it used to be. So this, the gain you have on this map. We'll show you in the next video how to import other maps and overlay. We do not retouch any map, just apply the levels, level up the images, and overlay them to gain from the gravity map more of the lines. They are do a next video with overlaying the gravity map on this map, so you better save this one as a PSD. Gonna be our working map. Remembering you that just a reminder, you can always load the selection and load the margins, and you have the margins all selected for the map.